William Galbraith Rollo Stuart Bruce. Greatest author of my generation, GAOMG, Friday 13th. Want to go over my DNA. It's one of my favorite days. Friday the 13th, every time it's my birthday, it's my favorite birthday because my Galbraith mother and my Bruce father hated me from the day I was born. So I've embraced that, and I love Friday the 13th. I love Jason with the hockey mask and killing everybody. He uses an axe a lot. And then Robert the Bruce, I love him, splitting open Dave Bohune's head. And a lot of them, Dave Bohune and everybody, they're from Normandy, and they are distant, cousins. They all knew each other. Like Edward the First knew, Robert the Bruce. And when he knew that he was against Edward the First, like he was like outraged because they were, like all of them knew each other and stuff. So, but I love that axe, and I'm envious of my ancestor, Robert the Bruce, being able to split his, Dave Bohune's head open, because there's a lot of people I look at and, I smile at them, and I'm very envious of my ancestor being able to do that, and I can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that. It's not that I can't. If I had an axe, I surely could. Anyway, this is my DNA. It shows an unbroken SNP lineage with that FGC, that 78762, the Bruce Stuart founding SNP that's recognized by the University of Strathclyde. It's the footprint of the Bruce, and I also descend from that Y14197 that's also verified by the University of Strathclyde as the William Stuart of Fennock, linking me to Robert II, the grandson of Robert the Bruce, right? FGC is verified by the University of Strathclyde in the Clackmannan Bruce document, blah, blah, blah. Same with the, right there with the Y14197. So I just go through like all of this stuff. And then this BY1058, this is like a real big deal because it shows like the split in the Stuart. And this is where I have that dual descent. And I'll get to that in just a second. But you can read it all. It's on my Wattpad under Real Naked Author. And you can read it all. This is like probably the most detailed that I've put up so far. And it really like tells like a very complete and backed up with like everybody that I'm related to and testimonials and everything like that. So while I share some of my snips and blah, 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 blah. So then it goes through like my descent. Jason's double descent from Robert the Bruce, and then it goes down from that outline right there, the FGC, and then it keeps going down. So this is a Bruce lineage. Does everybody understand? Like I share the exact same. This is where the Clackmannan and we start at the exact same point. Do you see that right there? We start at the same point, and this they descend downstream. Does everybody in Scotland? Everybody understands? The Clackmannan Bruce and we share this right here. We both have that. They start their descent downstream from here. I don't. I start right here. So, University of Strathclyde, everybody in Scotland, if I have the same Bruce footprint, Clackmannan line, the cousin line, starts downstream. What does that tell you? What does it tell you? So this is my line right here. Starts upstream of the Clackmannan line, right? Here, FGC 1309. This is my DNA. This is Robert the Bruce's DNA from FGC 78762. I don't make up my DNA. So this is my DNA. Does everybody at the University of Strathclyde see this? This is Robert the Bruce's DNA. And how I know this is because I'm doing like the DNA. I don't know about a guy named McDougall. And then when I looked at it, it was so fucked up what McDougall did. Robert the Bruce just got fucked at a battle of Methven or whatever. And they jumped him at night, and all of his army had no armor on. He was like, he didn't know that the dudes were like no quarter. and whatever. They were supposed to have like chivalry, and they were gonna fight in the next day. The dude jumped them at night. Robert the Bruce, they had no armor on. Dude, if you have to fight dudes with swords with armor and you got no armor, you're gonna get fucked up, dude. Your arms are coming off, your head's coming off, you're gonna get split in the head with your axe. You're gonna get fucked. So he did, and Robert the Bruce somehow got out of that. I don't know how. I got dehorsed, dude. You get dehorsed, you fall on your ass, on your back. You're done, dude. I'm gonna stab you in your head, stomp you. Like, how the fuck did he get out of that? And then when he got out of that, he got jumped by this dude, McDougal. Then he got into the cave, and then watched his little spider and everything, and then got his resilience, went back out there. I've been in the cave for 20 years, dude. Nobody. I got 1 like, sold 1 book, and AI makes fun of me, like, your peer review. Dude, AI, put it on a scale. Self-published author. I don't have a big distributor. I don't have a big person like that. I get emails from people that have read my books, that have enjoyed them. So for scale, I'm a very successful author. For scale, what I'm doing, look what I've done. Greatest author of my generation. I use 21st century technology. I always have, to write my books, to find my ancestors, to find out about them, to promote them, to publish my books, to do all my work. And this is what I've done. I've presented it to the University of Strathclyde, that it's a clear-cut case. I have all of the ancestors, paperwork, everything. And they're like shocked that I have all this information. It's the 21st century. Nobody can refuse. You can see the University of Strathclyde, the Y-DNA that I have. Tim Stewart's there, right? Put me there. I have the exact same DNA. Okay, not to get off on a tangent. Whatever. Anyway, there's a coronation snip. That's a big deal. And then I moved the split point, this BY1058. This is where my dual split comes. And I just wanted to show it for you. I moved it down just a little bit. It's right before that one, but I just moved it down so everybody can see where the Liddesdale, Robert Bruce of Liddesdale split is, and then where my split goes down to Robert II, the grandson, of Robert the Bruce. But when I was doing this, and that McDougal, this right here, when McDougal came up, and this McDougal marriage came up, I didn't know anything about that, and I didn't understand what was this McDougal marriage, and I found out there was a forced marriage, and there's no way for me to know about this, dude. I was in foster care. I just found out that I'm one Scottish. Then I looked up Galbraith, and then I found out everything. So anyway, there was a forced marriage. It was this Ewan McDougal and Princess Joanne. In 1308, dude, Robert the Bruce kicked McDougal's ass. Good. Fuck that dude. Jumped him after his dude just got fucked up from that battle. And it anyway, 1308, Robert the Bruce crushed the Clan McDougal, and then John's son Ewan was spared initially, and then later from a hostage he was restored to favor and made Lord of Lorne, and he married a Joanne Isaac, and granddaughter of King Robert the First. That's my dad. Daughter of Matilda Bruce and Sir Thomas Isaac. So this McDougal guy got off and got to marry, Robert the Bruce's granddaughter. So that's cool. I didn't know about that. Never knew about that until my own DNA told me about that. So that confirms, if anybody was not sure if McDougal, there's a forced marriage, there was. And, it helped to I guess, help strengthen that alliance, basically. And then the other thing that I found, this is a thing that everybody in history did. Robert Bruce, Lord of Liddesdale. Some people, they don't even know that Robert the Bruce had another son than David. This dude, Dr. Bruce Dury, he tried to tell me that Robert the Bruce didn't have any other sons. Bro, Robert Bruce, Lord of Liddesdale, he was awesome. Robert Bruce, King of Scots, loved his son. He loved Robert Bruce, Lord of Liddesdale. That's why this BY1058, that's a royal snip. That's shared by my Stuarts, and it goes, to all my Bruces. That comes the Lady Stuart, that Robert the Bruce, hooked up with. He had Robert Bruce, Lord of Liddesdale, before he was king, before 1306. He had Robert Bruce, Lord of Liddesdale, in 1293. He had him before his first marriage with Isabella and everything. And this lady was like high level. The Stuart, they're the highest level. De Bruce, all of them out in Normandy, the Plantagenets, De Percy, De Montgomery. These were the big. They could raise armies. Go on crusades, take over, conquer countries. England, you got conquered by Normandy, all of them. So anyway, the lady though that he hooked up with, that Robert the Bruce hooked up with at this snip right here, this BY1058, and we don't know her name, the Lady Stuart, and Robert the Bruce too. He's a young dude, man, full of strength and everything. This chick's hot, and anyway, the lady, she's a noble woman of House Stuart, and though her exact name is lost in history, she is a noble woman. She's not like a chambermaid, or we're at the tavern or anything, just railing some chick, wherever. This is a super high status, with the same thing with the Bruce before he's king. So likely she's in the same line as Walter Stuart, father of Robert II. She was a highborn, connected, and politically astute. And in my DNA, the scientists and stuff, when they see your DNA, it's really weird. This was another thing, is in the SNPs, they could see, the scientists put tags or something on there to show that there's that McDougall forced marriage in that particular one DNA SNP. And then that BY1058, that identifies that as that Lady Stuart marriage. So it shows it, and it shows it wasn't a forced marriage. So it was, it wasn't a marriage, but it doesn't show there was an altercation or anything like that. And I don't know how that works. I'm not a professional or anything. This is just my Y-DNA, and this is what my Y-DNA told me. I didn't know about a McDougall forced marriage. I didn't know about the Lady Stuart, anything about her. And I didn't know about Robert Bruce, Lord of Liddesdale, how much that his dad, Robert Bruce, King of Scots, loved his son, and how awesome his son, it was. And, it's a really cool story. Anyway, the noble woman, the BY15, she never wore a crown, but she gave birth to her royal son even before the Bruce was yet to claim his. He gave birth to her, or whatever. So, and then we'll go to who Robert Bruce, Lord of Liddesdale, his dad loved him so much. He's a firstborn son of Robert the Bruce. He named him Robert. His second son, David, that became the King of Scotland, his legitimate son, that was second-born, gets the name David. His firstborn son, the most important son, gets the name passed on from his father, Robert. And his dad, Robert Bruce, King of Scots, he arranges his marriage with such a powerful, amazing, beautiful woman. This woman, it's called a continental royalty wedding. It's bigger. It's crazy. It's you keep going down, my SNPs, and they keep going down. And this is all the royalty and stuff. Her name it's this Helen de Vieux Pont. I don't know how to say any of that stuff, but it was like speculation and stuff that he married her, and it was all royalty. Robert the Bruce, King of Scots, arranged this. He loved his son, Robert Bruce, Lord of Liddesdale, and arranged it with her, and she is such high class. Her snip, it had like House of Bourbon, it had like a House of Wetton, that's like on the continent too. It had Valkenburg, it had like Treese, and it had Flemish, Dutch, there's a lot of royalty. There's a lot of like Flemish royalty and stuff. But anyway, she is a very, very important person. Like as it goes, keeps going, there's Valkenburg, Treese, but her marriage is just, it's the highest. And this is Robert Bruce, Lord of Liddesdale, that gets like forgotten about in history. And so does the lady Stuart. She is, so to have that BY 1058, and you'll see it go all the way down to Robert II. You'll see that's where I get the double descent. That's why I have Robert II, the Royal Stuarts of Bute. It's from that I get it from Robert the Bruce, you know, his Y-DNA, but she was so powerful. That's what I'm saying. And so was this Helen Day viewpoint or whatever. It's so much royalty. Bruce is so strong, and it's a beautiful story, and nobody knows about it. And I'm telling Scotland, I've shared it with the University of Strathclyde, and they're all like, oh, you can't have U106 because of, you know, Rollo, and then DF27, but I clearly do. And it goes all the way down to me today, and it's so fucking amazing. Anyway, this woman is so powerful and beautiful, and Robert Bruce, Lord of Liddesdale, is fucking awesome, and his dad loved him, and he loved his little brother, David. He was probably playing with them all the time. He fought and died for him at the Battle of Duplin Moor, and died for Scotland. And it sucked how he died, though. He got crushed to death, dude. Him and Douglas, they were both come for glory. Dude. Little space, dude, to fight. Fuck. Anyway, keeps going down. You can see all of my snips. It's all on Wattpad. Dude, University of Strathclyde. Like, what do you... Look how cool these... all these snips. They all tell stories. Like, I'm just finding out. I just found out about the Forrest McDougal marriage. I found out about the Helen, the Continental, I don't know, Princess of Royalty. Just how awesome. Robert Bruce, Lord of Liddesdale. And then I did all the dots. So you can see all the Stuarts. You can see where it's coming. It's coming. And you can see this is all my direct. I didn't know Robert the Bruce was going to keep going. I thought he was going to mix in. This has become insanely personal. I did not know it was going to go to me today. This is blowing my mind. This is Robert the Bruce. This just mutated from either my father or his father to me. And this is, when I say I can see Robert the Bruce, this is his sovereignty lines. I mean, this goes right to me now. I thought this is where the Stuarts, this is from that BY 1058, kicks in. It goes here, Robert II, and then this is all confirmed from other Stuarts that we share this with. I have it in writing. There's 5 other Stuarts right now that we all share this, inherited right there from the BY 1058. And then you can see that right here, early Stuart royal expansion. That's right there for William Stuart of Fennock. I have it right there. And then I keep going to today. All the snips I have the very end one right here. This one has Boyd. Boyd, dude, they are descended from the nephew of Alan Fitzflod, Simon Fitzflod. That's a U106. And then the Stuarts, they come from Alan Fitzflod. That's a U106. They come from Brittany. I come from Robert the Bruce, Rollo. And that's marked DF27. So right there, dude, University of Strathclyde. It's DF27 and U106. They coexist. I have Boyd and the Stuarts and Robert the Bruce. Look at this, that sovereignty. I can stare at Robert the Bruce. He's in me right now. It's right here, dude. And I have all of the written people. I have I have so much more paperwork that I can prove all of my lineage. And I don't even want to get through it right now because it's like real hot and nice outside. And I got my pretty little, Galbraith kilt on. Oh, dude, the Galbraith. Did I pass by that, dude? I can prove I'm descended from Robert the Bruce so many ways. Oh, man. It's so cool. All of these snips, they all tell stories. It's like Annandale, Bruce Annandale, sons of Robert from Carrick, Bruce Fenwick. You'll see like all of my snips, like back in the day, Normandy, you'll see the whole migration. You'll see like you'll see like the Galbraiths in the kingdom of Strathclyde. You'll see Del Riata. You'll see Kenneth McAlpin when he was combining them. And then you'll see the whole get to Annandale. And then you'll see the Johnstons. You'll see the, everybody, Douglas, Stuarts forever, all of that. Look, I got MacLeods. These are all coming at me right here, dude. Oh, man. Oh, and then I want to show you. Look, Galbraiths. Oh, and Douglas. But that's all my paternal side. Oh, it's just crazy. This is just awesome. It's on my Wattpad right now, or it'll always be on there, but I have so much more to share with you. It's so cool. It's like overwhelming. It's so personal. I'll fucking kill my parents, stick the claymore in their heads. I want to split them open like Jason on Friday the 13th. Oh, I'm envious of my ancestor, Robert the Bruce, being able to do that to Dave O'Hune. Yeah, when I get to Scotland, that's exactly what I'm thinking of, is my Galbraith, mother and Bruce father, just splitting both of their heads open and then enjoying that victory in front of Robert the Bruce and bringing him home to Scotland. And everybody in Scotland, you should look at this and you should know about, there's a MacDougall forced marriage in 1308 when Robert the Bruce kicked their fucking ass after they jumped on. Fuck those dudes. But then he made peace by doing that. He forced it. It's just fucking awesome. It just keeps telling me more and more stories. And I didn't think he was gonna go to me today in 2025. Like, I didn't know who the Boyds were, and I posted it too. I was already writing my books, my trilogies, and I'm writing about Alex III fighting the Vikings, and now I just found out the Boyds fucking helped out Alex III fight the Vikings at the Battle of Largs. The Boyds go into my books. Do you guys all see how writing my books, my trilogies, over 20 years, finding out who I am, everything goes together? Does everybody understand? Greatest author of my generation means I'm utilizing everything in my generation to find out who I am, to write about who I am, to publish who I am, publish it on Amazon, publish it on Wattpad, send it to, University of Strathclyde. And it upsets them, like they want to stick with the Clackmannan. That's a cousin line. And I know, that's the tradition, but this is new 21st century technology. And this is, look at this. I have all the Stuart. You can see it. It's that BY 1058. I know we don't know the name of that Stuart, high, noble, powerful woman, but I certainly know how powerful she is, and very powerful. And I definitely know that Helen and Robert the Bruce loved his son, Robert Bruce, that his firstborn son that got his name Robert, and that he gave he knighted him at the Battle of Bannockburn. So proud of his son, knighted him in front of everybody. Battle of Bannockburn, fighting right next to his dad, and then gave him a lordship. Robert the Bruce loved his son. He shouldn't be buried in history, nor his wife, his continental aristocratic royalty, powerful Flemish nobility, very powerful wife. And then the whole Valkenburg Treese line that comes to me today. Trees, Bruce Boyd, and then sovereignty. It's all and nucleoids and it's fucking awesome. And then all the Stuarts, royalty. It's so beautiful. I'm just like, it's awesome. And Scotland, dude, somebody should knock on the University of Strathclyde. I can't get there today, and tell them, it's the internet's really easy to use. You guys can check. Go, is it Clackmannan a cousin line? Yes, and then you can be like, oh, it descends below Jason. My last name is gonna be changed right away, but my first name will always be Jason for Jason Friday the 13th, because my parents hated me for, from birth, and I've embraced that, and I enjoy it. And they try to deny me of all of my ancestry, and I found it all, and I've embraced it, and nobody is going to take it from me. University of Strathclyde, hello. This is my Y-DNA. This is Robert the Bruce's Y-DNA, and he can't be denied. So, cheers.